to the point where it was starting to get really, really annoying having to deal with the double clicks when I was only meaning to, like, single click. But I got myself a Naga V2 Hyperspeed mouse from Razer. And it feels good in the hand, honestly. Purified water. More water bottles.
Excellent.
And this. Basically, with this, you're able to build your own, like, little encampments out in the town, or out in the world. Go ahead and take that. Beer. Gold bars are also very important. You'll want to sell these at the earliest vendor you can, because these, they sell for about, I want to say, yeah, 450 a pop. But it's also dependent on your charisma stat as well. But also, Dovalord, as I know you were talking about trying to find shotgun shells and all that stuff. Well, I know you said vanilla only. If at some point you were ever interested, I would definitely recommend getting the sawn-off bolt-action shotgun mod, Creation Club mod, because for one, it's pretty good, and secondly, it gives you 14 shells to start off inside of these the cellar. I do need to actually sleep, which I need to go ahead and change those adversity. There we go. So, saving, what we're going to do, pretty much workshops and beds, save at workshops and beds, checkpoints, time saves, I'm turning those off. Unfortunately, it is a paid mod, but I think it's only like, I want to say at least like maybe 200 or 300 credits. I could be entirely wrong on that. Don't quote me on the price. And again, if you're not looking to spend money on paid mods and all that stuff, I can't blame you. The economy is already rough enough as is. Let's see, coming in, going damage, all of that. $300? No. Not $300, 300 credits. The credits in game, there's basically like, it's like $1 per 100 credits essentially. So it's more or less like you spend $3 currently trying to grind out for achievements, so it might be kind of tough. Yeah. Thankfully, a lot of the paid mods, they are achievement friendly, so you're able to play the game pretty much with vanilla, with these add-ons, and still be able to get the achievements. Because basically, if you go into the Creation Club tab and all that stuff, you'll see if you go down through the shop section, you'll see through verified creators. If it has the tab achievement friendly, that means you're able to play the game and you'll be able to unlock the achievements without having to worry about, mods locking you out of it. I haven't unlocked all the achievements myself, but most of them are mostly because of the fact that I haven't really bothered myself with it. I've gotten a good number of them. Drinking water returns a bottle. Purified water recipe. Chems no longer make you thirsty. I'm going to turn that off because I feel like that should be a thing. I don't know if that feature is available on console. It should be. I know for a fact that they were trying to work on that at some point, but fast travel. I'm disabling fast travel. Journaling. Fully insipid bags, mattresses. Construct workbenches without. Miscellaneous. Okay. So that's all of that. Exit. I want to say that they were supposed to be working on that feature for console. Whether or not they actually got around to doing that, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't been keeping up with the... Watching you play is putting me in the mood to play too, but I'm too exhausted from work. Honestly, I can't blame you. If you're honestly, if you just want to relax and enjoy the stream, by all means, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, I have sunk, I think, like over 1,000 hours on this game. This was actually my first Fallout game. I got this back in 2018 while I was evacuated from Florida after Hurricane Michael came through in October. This was kind of like my little getaway comfort game that I just kind of dedicated a lot of hours into, mostly because of the fact that I was just trying to get away from the stress of, you know, dealing with the natural disaster. Yeah, Kaito knows exactly what I'm talking about, because that was, it was a rough time. It was a genuinely rough time, I think, for a lot of us affected by that storm. Alright, hold still, you devil. Let me get away from a natural disaster by playing a human disaster game. I mean, yeah, that about sums up, you know, how I played this game. My consolation is life is overseas with my son, so I can play a game without her constant pestering me about it. Honestly, I cannot blame you about that. Video games are meant to be, like, just a very relaxing and enjoyable experience. If you're looking for challenge and all that stuff, then if you enjoy that sort of thing, then by all means, like, feel free to challenge yourself. But I think video games are more or less just, in all seriousness, video games are just meant to be a good time away and just be able to kind of get away from the stress of reality, which is something that I hope I'm able to provide for people when it comes to my stream, which is something that I, again, plan on doing in the future. There will be more streams to come after this one. I can go ahead and guarantee that. In all seriousness, I do remember you telling me about that. I'm just glad you got through it too. Yeah. Which is the problem, because... Video games are for all ages. I don't think there's like a specific age range where you just kind of grow out of playing games. Because I mean, I grew up playing like the original Super Nintendo, and just kind of the Super Nintendo, GameCube, all that stuff. But I didn't really have... A lot of my games were mostly just, like, single player, more or less. I had siblings. I had siblings to play games with, but a lot of the time, most of that gameplay was dedicated to, like, Super Smash Brothers and all that stuff, which, we never really had any, like, fighting games, or decent fighting games, to say the least. We had like a really old PlayStation, a Star Wars fighting game. I wouldn't say it was bad. It definitely took some getting used to. Okay. Let's see. So another thing that they added into Fallout 4 that was kind of, you know, not included in the previous installations of the franchise was the fact that you can make your own settlements, which is definitely something that I do enjoy, making like settlements and all that stuff in this game. It is probably a favorite pastime. I'm not good at it by any means, because there's a lot of people out there that have incredibly impressive builds. But I more so just kind of get like the basic necessities and all that stuff down. But you can go around, you can scrap almost everything from your settlements and whatnot, and be able to just put away and set down all that stuff. Recently, yes, shell spamming. That was one thing that I was looking at, that I was thinking about doing after getting Idiot's event, because then again, that's how you're able to get to like level 13 and so within the first hour or so after starting the game. Definitely one of the easier methods of leveling up, and it makes the future of playing survival and all that a lot less of a hassle and ordeal. It is very tedious though, especially if you do it over and over and over. Like say for instance, the former Fallout YouTuber French Tomahawk. Every time he did an OP build video, he would have to go through that exact same process. And he has so many of those videos. I'm genuinely surprised that he did not go insane from how many times he did that. But if you wanted to see like an actual like optimal, I wouldn't say okay, I will say optimal build. If you want like an actual optimal build and how to go about constructing it, I would definitely advise watching French Tomahawk's videos, because that's what helped me focus on like making good builds for Fallout 4. Now that being said, I'm not looking to min-max my builds or anything like that, but I do want to at least get like a little bit of a head start. But I also don't want to put you guys through like an hour's worth of scrapping and setting down shelves and floor mats and all that stuff. So what I might do is just kind of clear out just a little bit of the road and then transfer all the scrap over into the box. Learn to put item, craft in the chemistry station. The caltrops, yes. Caltrops are really good too. You say that when Sims content or any cozy content exists. The settlement building, and obviously, that's kind of like what the Sims are built for, is just settlement building. But the fact that you're able to do that in Fallout 4, I think gives a little bit more. I would say gives the game a little bit more life, especially since they added that back into Fallout 76, where you were able to like build your own camps and all of that. And there again, people have been extremely have been very creative with building their camps. First came out, people trying to make their so think you're fine if you want to. Now the only downside, when it comes to building settlements and all that stuff, which is something that I disabled when it came to building workshops and all that stuff, you have to have a specific perk in order to build like the workbenches and the workstations that you see here. I decided to keep that vanilla more or less, because of the fact that I mean, it's actually, now that I think about it, honestly, the local leader perk isn't gonna be a huge necessity. Hello, Ray. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn that back on, so that way, because of the fact that I'm just looking to do more so of a sniper build and all that stuff, I might focus on settlement building in like a future stream, but that's not gonna be until like way down later on in the future. As of right now, it's not too big of an issue for me. Go ahead and take all of this. I'm just gonna put it in my stash for now, and we will go ahead. We'll actually go ahead and get on the way, because there's a lot more to the game than just, you know, settlement building and all that. I'm also going to keep the pre-war money and mutated substance in my inventory, mostly because of the fact that It's weightless. You don't. It doesn't require